Okay, we are live now. Good morning, everyone. It's another lovely Sunday, and Pasarkita is here to bring you another topic about urban farming or community garden, some call it. So, for those who are new to Pasarkita, Pasarkita is a platform that connects urban growers to the buyers. So what Pasarkita does is Pasarkita helps the growers to start growing, help them to produce the provide the technical support for their produce. So when the growers have any yields or products, then you can sell on Pasarkita's platform where we will help you to distribute and market to the buyers. So today with us, I have Lisa, an active grower, and she's very active in urban farming, providing knowledge, sharing her knowledge and experience, and helping a lot of growers out there. She's active in several community gardens in Penang, KL, and Johor, and she's also helping and facilitating a few community growers to start in KL. So I will pass the floor to Lisa for a little bit of self-introduction. Pass to you, Lisa.
Hi, can you hear me? Is it very clear
Yeah,
now? I'm
yes, loud
trying
and
to
clear.
share the screen with you. Cool. I'm trying to share my screen. Mike, maybe you wanna allow me to share the screen?
Okay, yes, please share this. Yes.
Mike, I need the permission to share the screen.
Yes, permission granted.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me put it into a slideshow. My home. Here you go. I hope this internet is cooperating well today. So hello everyone, my name is Lisa. As introduced by Mike, I'm not actually grower as a profession, just as a my side hobby. But I'm really passionate with growing plants, from the smallest, from herbs to probably durians. Okay. With this today, gonna bring to you the topic of green fingers, not green fingers. Well, I guess this is quite an interesting topic. So without further ado, let me proceed. Okay. So maybe members of the floor can respond whether you feel yourself you are a green finger or not a green finger. Maybe type yes. I mean type 1 for a yes, and no for 2. You can type 2. Let's see some respondents' feedback. Oh, okay. Pasal kita being humble. Okay.
There are a lot of to learn from you.
All right. Okay. So without further ado, because I actually did my homework, I opened a polling 2 days ago just to get the feeling of how do you actually feel about yourself. So this is the result from the polling. Ta-da! So you can see here it's 30th of June, and it says here 60% feels that they are green finger, but another 40% don't actually feel that they are green fingers. So let's make everybody feel that they are green fingers. All right. So the flow for today is how I'm going to bring the storyboard for today. First, I'm going to group the growers based on attributes, as in the characteristic. For everyone, okay? So this is a K chart. It's a little bit academic, but no worries. I'm putting it in the simplest layman format. So the system or the particular topic that we are going to talk about today will be about the growers. So previously, I suppose those following Pasarkita, they have gone through a few series of talks that covers probably composting, soil treatment and so, but today we are just going to talk about you. Okay, so growers, I'm breaking down into categories. Okay, this is just simply breaking down. There is no literature review done, so don't ask me about literature review. So primarily we can see them as in experience group, and also theoretical group. So in the subgroup, I like to easily break it down as a newbie, resistant, neutral for the inexperienced, domestic, and also mass. What I mean by domestic is that like our moms, our grannies, or even yourself, you probably experience growers, but domestic level. That means you are growing something just behind your backyard in a very, very small scale. Um, for mass, oh, definitely. There are people out there really, really learn a lot from them. Me, myself, I really like to join the experience group from nationwide, which are doing the mass production crops because they have superb tips that can even make the fruit sweet. All right. And then theoretical group, we can break it down into two. We have high-tech centric people, mostly people from the labs, and also conventional. What I meant by conventional but theoretical, they are uh, potentially or mostly people from the authority team, right? From Jabatan Pertanian, from probably city council and so. So they have a lot of knowledge, but they are not exactly hands-on. So these are the simplest way to picture growers. So let's go deeper inside. So these are the attributes in a simplest way. So again, these are the categories: inexperience, experience, and also theoretical. This particular slide is actually to let you know what are the scope for today's presentation. Today, I'm just going to focus on the yellow color boxes, which are covering the inexperienced growers. So looks like there are so many people out there typing number 2. So I guess this is really for you. So for inexperienced, we have newbie, resistant, and neutral. And who are they? So let's check yourself, all right? Those newbies are people who are very, very hungry for knowledge, and they are just waiting time to start or probably already starting. And resistant people, they have this, they are actually really, really passionate. And if you must know, or probably you already know, passionate people, they tend to overreact. So one failure, totally heartbroken. Okay, so therefore, they are not willing to face another agony. So much frustration, right? And then for neutral, these are the cool guys. So they just laid back, see, but they appreciate, but they are not tested. So these are the scope for today's presentation. The inexperienced group growers, you can see that these are the attributes. They can be silent reader. For example, if you have a support group or any groups in the social network uh, platform like Facebook, even WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp will work better, but they are really silent. They are trying to grabs information, and some of them are brave enough. They will ask, but some they refrain from asking because they do not want to look like they do not know. All right, but at the same time, they are sponging a lot of knowledge. But one thing that we need to be careful is they might start too soon. The worry is because if they started too soon, and with so much of passion, and it did not happen as per expected, they will become the resistant defensive group. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, the resistant defensive group is actually, I would like to call them heartbroken group. Okay, so these are heartbroken people. Okay, they are actually knowledgeable because they went through the process. They are still passionate, but this heartbroken has taken so much toll on them. They want to defy the agony by shutting down. So this is where the paradigm block of not green finger comes in. All right. So today, no worries. We will cater for everyone. So for neutral, hi Nikmatul, I saw your name. Okay, so for neutral, we have people with mild knowledge. They are very appreciative. However, they are still resistant to start. They have no intention to start sometimes because they refuse to feel the defeat, but they have a potential that is still unlocked. Okay, here just some experience because I would like to start with this because so that you feel how close I am is trying to bring this topic to you. These are real cases. Okay, this is one lady, a quite young lady. I wouldn't say so young, maybe of my age. Very busy working lady. So because of this PKP, we have slightly more time. So we bump into each other and we shared information. So here she is. She's already asking me how to plant ketumbar. Ketumbar is coriander or cilantro. I think that's about the three names you call it. And then, so I managed to teach her, and then she feels good, and then she tried buying the ketumbar seeds, and then she planted, and she succeeded. Simple. So this is how we can actually uncover your potentials. So encourage people to try. So if you are already a player, let's try together. See, this is another one. This is pretty cute, actually. You can see here, it says here, Salam Icha. All right. That means she's pretty close to me. Okay. This is a very elderly relative of mine, which is surprisingly, if you always feel like newbie is young people, well, we see newbies at the tender age of 11 and 10 at our community gardens. And these kids are really, they are hunger for knowledge. They will ask, auntie, how about this? Can I do this? Can I know why? And so on. But the tricky part is when it comes to uh, older people. Okay, they tend to be very quiet. They felt like they are left behind, and they felt like they are a little bit too late to start something. But if you keep encouraging them, so this is what you get. Okay, they will approach you, but they will PM, as in like personal message. They refuse to talk directly in a bigger platform. So this lady, this kakak, I would say, she started, and then her first attempt, the success rate was low. It was not like total failure, but low. And then she confessed that she did something to the seeds, in which this is again coriander. I do not know why coriander is such a favorite. I guess in Malaysia, Indians, Chinese, Malay, we have coriander in our dish. That's why it's something that you want. And coriander is very good for many kind of dish across the race, and at the same time it has this what they call this we need it fresh, and it wilts very fast. If you buy it in bulk, or even you buy it $1, RM1 from the market, you probably just use half or one third, and you have to keep the other half or the other two thirds. So it's hard to keep it fresh. By the time you open again, it's already wilted or spoiled or soggy. So for that purpose, you always want it fresh. So I guess that's the reason why people keep asking me how to plant coriander. So here, so what she did was she tried to crash the kernels with thinking that it helps for the germination to happen. So here, actually, I just advise her, you don't need to do that. Just soak it for 5 hours and then plant it again. The result came out, only a few, or not so successful, but this is how I usually try to level myself. with everyone, the newbies, because they need to feel they are not so bad. So actually everybody encounters failure. So do I. So what I do is I will show them. I also have my own pods that's not successful, but at the same time, other pods are successful. So that means it has nothing to do with you not being green finger, but it has everything to do with the seeds itself. Blame it on the seeds. Okay, so that's another journey. So she's doing well. She's not giving up. All right. This is a cute one. Yes, very recently, you can see she started admiring. She started admiring, and again, she will private message. And then she started with two things. For me, what I like to do is the moment the interest comes, that the it we have to strike the iron while it's hot. That means immediately I will ask for the address, or I will call. If a she or a he is not too sure, I will post something to them so that they can start immediately. Without charges, of course. It's really on friendly basis. I just love to see people happy. So she started. She was afraid of roses, which is the I guess most of people feels this way. Um, so as of yesterday, you can see she's already successful with with basil, with dill, and also roses. So it's not impossible. I guess this is superb. This is regaining confidence. So there are people not with confidence. So they just need support. So I guess I can see in our audience, yeah, that okay. I can see in the audience here, there are people that are actually quite experienced. So we can play both role, being the befrienders, and for the beginners, you can always open your heart and embrace new experiences. So okay, I believe everybody have potential. So whenever we see gap, we fill the gap, right? So let's move forward. Identify the gap. Very academic, right? So, but this is how we are trained to think. All right. First gap will be cost. The funny part about cost is not necessarily because you are a bimbo that you are resistant to invest. Even the richest person just resist to invest. You can spend 20 ringgit in McDonald's, but you refrain or resist, or you just don't want to spend 20 ringgit to buy, some tools for your garden. But it's okay. It's okay. We will address every gaps as in the next foil. Okay. We also have issue whereby there are no sufficient sun. Uh, okay. This no sufficient sun. In normal cases, we are talking about people staying in a high rise. But the final encounter that I have was one kakak. She's staying in a bungalow. I mean, a detached house, a bungalow in a kampong. I guess a lot of land. So I don't understand why she say no sun. Okay, then after she explained, I understand what's the problem. Of course, it's a kampong house, plenty full of land, but there are neighboring cats. All right, neighboring cats destroying her plants, and of course inside the house not enough sunlight. So this is also a common issue. I guess it's no longer only applicable for high-rise people, also applicable for low-rise. I mean, a landed property people. And no land. I guess is straightforward for people staying high-rise. So since we are encouraging urban farmers, so no land is a valid topic to discuss. Bad soil, or I'm sorry, no soil or bad soil. This is my typo. So no soil is actually because people have tendency to cement or put bricks everywhere. So you don't have soil anymore around your area or your house, or even school these days, they like to tar the whole area. And also bad soil. Although you have a lot of spaces or land, but your soil is not of good quality. We will address this also. All right. No time. Oh, this is very, 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 very popular. Everybody say, oh, I have no time. I have no time. I have no time. So I put here, these are the picture of people having no time. All right. And I'm the right candidate, exactly the right candidate if you're talking about no time. I'm a working mom and traveling all the time. So practically I have no time. But I make it happen anyway. So I can prove that how. All right. Knowledge. Okay. This knowledge is not so much of a problem. These days, knowledge is abundance everywhere. Just that there are people not so tech savvy or they are still skeptical joining the social network platform to gain knowledge, or they do not know that social network platform also can give knowledge. They still have in the mindset whereby social network platform is negative. So this is normal case. What shall I say? Older people. So for older people, maybe the knowledge we as a younger generation, I hope everybody's young here, okay, we have to approach and let them know. So theft is really really a sticky issue. I guess I do not want to say much, but I guess everybody is aware. Your pokok pisang kena curi, your buah kena curi, your sayur kena curi, so much of frustration. So we can address this too, no problem. So no space. No space is actually people that more critical situation whereby you are staying just in a room, especially like students. Uh, I also have a unit. I also have roommates in a place that I work. So we are staying in because we are 100% working. I mean, like full time working people. So we only have one room and we don't have balconies. We just go back to our room and we have just one table. That's it. So these are no space people. Also, these people have the opportunity to become growers. All right. Okay. Let me just take a break and take a look to some of the responses. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. So there are some response. Maybe wants me to speak in Malay. Actually, I don't mind. If you wanna throw your question here, I can still look at it. In Malay is fine. I'm trying to speak both language. I'm trying to accommodate and be inclusive as much as possible. Um, I'm yeah, if you want me to speak in Malay, just tell so. Otherwise, I'm just gonna proceed. I will try to mix, all right, so that we feel comfortable. So no space people, I'm addressing now. So we can always ask for rooftop. Uh, and believe it or not, rooftop spaces are a lot and not being utilized. Especially for those staying in the high rise, you just walk to the management office and talk to them. It's nothing to lose just talking to them. And this no space also like you can always put it on the table, which is cool these days because you can buy from Shopee online to get all the light sources. And just one small table like this is pretty much less than probably 1.5 feet diameter, already can plant something and make you happy. Okay, and then this is a picture here that you can see. Can you see? Okay, this is a picture. I'm not too sure whether you can see my cursor. Not that I can see from the, okay. Here on the left bottom, we have a picture of a rooftop that we utilize to plant red corals and also butterheads. And the best part of it, this is actually a rooftop of a school. So you can imagine the revenue from the selling of these high-end salads can actually contribute back to the school. So that's awesome, right? And of course, we can use your window if you have small windows somewhere at the kitchen. Okay, let's find more space. Okay. Okay, this is something really okay, cost. First of all, maybe I want you to feel more open. Try my approach. It's not like okay, in probably in the US you call it like cheap people, but it's not cheap. It's being friendly. Okay, so I just say hi to your friends, gardeners, or even at the roadside. I just swing by if I saw if I see any landscape people pruning the beautiful one. Can I have some? Like, and then I just wind down my window and then say, Uncle, so nice. What is that? Are you throwing it away? Can I have that? You know, most of the time, trust me, they will be more than happy to share the cuttings for you. And the cuttings actually not necessarily cheap or inexpensive plants. You can see grapes. Grapes are actually you like grapes, right? To decorate at your carport or something. They actually have to prune and cut some of the stems. So you can actually ask from your neighbor if you see they have nice bushy grapes plant there, maybe you can ask for cutting. So you can bring back and try on your own. So no cost. Roses also the same thing. Roses also they cut for pruning. So you also can use the cuttings, or even if you get bouquet of roses, those expensive one you get so lovely romantic, you can also propagate from there. All right, believe it or not, try it. So Brazil spinach, I guess this one is very easy. You eat the leaf, you just plant the stems. Mint, basil, kesum, kantan also. Kantan, it multiplies a lot, as in the sepals are a lot, anak pokok banyak. So just minta, because dia nak kena bersihkan juga kawasan tu. So just minta anak pokok tu. You just need one anak pokok. From there, it will multiply. So how beautiful is that? So mulberry also same thing. They need to cut it. So ask for the excess batang-batang, kelatan-kelatan stems, okay? So tapioca also the same thing. All this multiplies. So you just take for free. That's why I say cost is not necessarily the issue. So also the discarded seeds from your daily cooking, your lemongrass, the typical I guess a mistake that people do is when they plant lemongrass, they plant the whole thing, like 1 foot tall. You don't have to do that. You chop the portion that you want to use for your tom yum, right? For your rendang, chop it away. But the bottom part, actually it may or may not have akar or the roots. It's okay. You just soak it a little bit, leave it for a few days. It will generate more new roots, and you plant that one. That one is actually even faster rather than you put the whole serai. So if you want some, I can always give you as well. PM tepi. Okay. So chilies, same thing. You cut chilies, right? And you buy the best quality chili from Tesco, from Aeon. So that best quality chili, just from that the fresh seed, right away put it on the soil, water it. Right away. You don't have to dry it. No rocket science. Just put it on the soil. Capsicum. Capsicum is something beautiful. We call it lada benggala, bell pepper. What else? Yeah, there are a few names for it. So capsicum. Capsicum too, they have a lot of seeds. Just throw it to the soil, water it. That's it. Papaya, I think this one, I don't have to explain. You get more than what you want. Tomatoes, this one too. Just put the fresh one from your cutting to the soil. So you don't need so much anyway. Sometimes it can germinate so much that you can share the saplings with your friends. And then another thing is that you can always exchange a seed with friends. And then with interest group, if you are in any groups, and a sunflower. Recently, I harvest one sunflower. I guess the volume of the seed is, I don't know how, how much I can count. So much. Wow, somebody asked me to speak in Japanese. Okay. I can speak in Japanese too. So anybody wants to ask me, we can also communicate in Japanese, no problem. All right. So spinach, okra also. I guess I have okra seeds since 2 years back. So the seeds, the excess seeds, you just keep it nicely in an airtight container and put it in the refrigerator. All right. And you can use it, I guess, across 1 or 2 years. It doesn't matter. So long you keep it nicely. And there's no bubuk, as in like pests eating the seeds. So these are the things, and get the saplings, anak pokok from neighbors and friends. Especially anak pokok pisang, anak pokok kari, curry leaf, banana plant, all these have saplings. So get it for free. So cost is not exactly an issue, but of course, maybe you need to buy a little bit of tools, but don't have to buy the expensive ones. You can buy the cheap ones at the 2 ringgit shop. It works the same, no worries. Okay. See? This is spinach, yeah? Okay, you can see that we can actually get the continuous supply of seeds or benih from our existing plants. All right. Okay, I will skip one video that, but I'm not too sure. Maybe it's worth for us to watch the video. Let me just try. So everyone, okay, this is actually a sharing for you so that you witness for yourself. These are free stuff. Okay, this is so cool, organized by Mr. Ng in Penang. Such a good effort. So anybody, passerby, joggers, anybody, you just there's a donation box if you want to donate. No paksaan. Okay, no forcing. There's also plastic bag. You just take a plastic bag. You just go there and pick whatever you need for your cooking. So it's free. It's free. So really cool. I'm just showing you some example, and I hope there will be more and more of a similar community garden happening across the nation. So the next item, talking about bad soil. So bad soil, no choice. We have to do the soil treatment. Mix the medium if the soil is too hard or too keras. So we have to mix the medium. Mix the medium is just logic. It's just logic. If it is too hard, you put in more grains, as in pasir. And then if it is like too porous, maybe you want to put a little bit more cocoa peat, the what do you call this, sabut kelapa, to absorb more water. So these are the methodologies how you can treat the soil. And also you need to give life to the soil. Most of the time when I walk and check on the soil, I will check whether there's life to it. it's just material or just medium is not good enough. We need life to it. So like it or not, you need to have cacing, worms. Okay. I took the effort to buy African night crawler for 45 ringgit 1 kg. Okay, but it multiplies and it helps to churn the remaining and also our compost, and it gives back this very precious vermicast. Vermicast, in a simple word, tahi cacing. Tahi cacing is very expensive, yeah. If you see in Shopee, 1 kilo is 8 ringgit. Okay, probably mahal daripada you punya beras. Okay, so tahi cacing is very expensive because it's really, really good. If you have roses, you have everything, tahi cacing is the best. So vermicast. So what you have to do is just find cacing. If there's cacing, good news. If you don't have cacing, buy some cacing, put it there. It will multiply. So it helps. So that's what I meant by giving life to the soil. If this is too much work for you, no worries. There are always alternatives, as in like you can do your independent box, pot, and also raised bed, and also fertigation. So when I say independent pot or box, I would like to focus on this picture here. You can see this is unused cooler box. What you call this? A polystyrene box that I received from a friend for free. And even if you have to buy, it's only like 8 ringgit of that. But this box can actually hold plants like tomatoes, like brinjals. So, and also okra, as tall as okra, you can use these boxes, and it's so cheap, and it doesn't uh for example, for ladies like me, probably, yeah, we are not so keen to use the tools like poking with the drill and so this box is super easy, such that of course is waterproof. You don't have the water flow there, but you just need to use the chopstick and poke it wherever you want. Then it has holes. Then it becomes a good medium, a good box for you to plant. So it's very simple, and it's also ringan. So if you buy the clay type, it's very heavy, right? This is ringan, senang for you to make the lubang, and it's also cheap, and you can find it for free. People throw it anyway. So rather than it being, polluting the world, so let's use it for good purpose. So here I put a tagline: think about the box. You always think outside the box, now think about the box, right? Okay. So gap for no land. This is also another thing, but I would like to address this. Some of you may be aware, some of you just newly understand the new things that we can try to do with no lands, as in for high-rise people. So we can always go to the management, especially condominium management people, and ask for spare corners. It's okay. It doesn't have to be the beautiful corner in your condominium area. It can be just behind the dumpster. It's fine, right? You can refurbish the area in such a way that it become beautiful, and they will appreciate it. So here you can see here one picture. This is actually right behind the dumpster. So we use the place and we make it nice and becomes purposeful. And the management is more than happy. The management community also happy. Everybody is now planting. So that's a good start. And then also you can ask authority, for example, from Majlis Perbandaran, from landscape, from pejabat tanah. There are so many lands that you can ask from, or even the developers as well. So you can see abandoned projects, just find the project owner and say, are you going to resume the project? If you are not, can I use the land? They probably say yes, no worries, okay? So another thing is join the existing urban garden community. So just like what I did, I just joined the existing urban garden community. And also you can volunteer in public projects like the surau, the temples, the schools. So here, down here, we have schools doing fertigation. So I just join in. I just volunteer. Probably I just start with helping them to spray with the pest control. Of course, organic pest control. And with that, I also get to bridge relationship with USM, BioLabs, whereby they also need a testing ground for scaling up their research project from the lab. So we got free supply of butterhead and also red coral. So you can see how good it is. These are, we volunteer time to help the school. So you can use this kind of opportunity. So try to think and find opportunities how you can participate. So with this, let's embark. Okay. Here, start easy. For beginner, as I mentioned, today's scope is about beginner. Start easy. Start easy and feel like a hero. Okay. First, you find something that is fast germination crops. I especially would like to encourage spinach. I'm not talking about Brazilian spinach, but the water spinach. What do you call it? Bayam. Okay, bayam hijau ataupun bayam merah. Why I say spinach? And I put pak choy. Pak choy is sawi as a second option. Because spinach, you seed tonight, tomorrow you will see the progress. The kernel will start to open, and in 2-3 days time you can see it sprouting, and you can see it growing very fast. And if you are lucky enough, by the second to third week, you can already harvest and enjoy your own spinach, and you feel so proud. And another thing is immediate growth, like mint. I mean, anything that you buy from the pasar, you have access. You just put the stem inside there, poke it. You can start putting in a glass as well. So do start something really easy that makes you happy. Every day happy. Every day happy is very important. Okay. Start with something that guarantee success crop. Okay, guarantee success. Okay. Wow, sounds cool. Huh? Is there anything like guarantee success? Yes, there is. I especially like tapioca, ubi kayu, because even you don't plant it, you put it there, it will grow. So it's guaranteed success. So, and also start with something that's no fuss, as in no special care. Like you have to have special pesticide, special fertilizer. Try something that needs none of that, okay? That it can grow by itself. So that means I will address what are the crops that's sensitive so that you avoid this one for a start. Of course, you want to venture into that later, but for a start, you don't want to fall into the trap of frustration. And start with something robust. That means, okay, the trick of understanding what is robust and non-fast is like this. Very simple. Anything that you can see actually is open to attack, be it disease, be it pest. So I would always encourage people to start something with rhizome. Rhizome means the yield is inside, as in the ubi, the kunyit, the serai. This one, no pests for sure. Even snails also don't attack them. Okay, so durable. Okay, and then most use. So don't plant something that's too exotic. Tiba-tiba pergi tanam kunyit hitam. You don't even eat kunyit hitam in your cooking. So why you buy tanam kunyit hitam? You can do that, but in a later stage, after you success with the kunyit biasa. Probably kunyit biasa you use more, right? So do that. So these are the things. Okay, this is just you can see here immediately. The simplest crop that I don't have to even care for it. I just plant it and I leave it. I just visit it once or twice a week. That's it. Okay. Okay. Even during PKP, I don't have to take care of them. It takes care by nature, by God. God sends down the rain and it's doing well. Of course, I have other planter, other growers also helping to water, but you can see it's very easy to take care. Okay, do more and expect less. Uh, the cute story that I have yesterday was one of the grower, quite a beginner. She was so scared to test. So she started planting 4 seeds of spinach. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all the 4 did not succeed. And she got so frustrated. Well, I guess she's too meticulous. She started with 4, as in like working in a lab. You don't have to do that. Okay, just throw it. Say, you see how I plant. So you just plant, you just throw the whole thing on the bed. Don't even have to align things. Okay, I don't do aligning. I don't do that. I just throw it, let it take care of itself. So that's one thing. And then seed, I say here buy smart. What I mean by buy smart, you don't have to buy expensive seed. Not necessarily a seed that costs you 5 ringgit per pack. Guarantees yield. No, because you can always buy a good seed anywhere. Like you go to Eco Shop, it's not promoting Eco Shop, a 2 ringgit shop, okay, 2 ringgit shop. So with 2 ringgit, you get not only 1, 2 packs. of seed to start with. So buy smart, don't have to buy expensive ones. And if you buy coriander seed, don't have to buy specific coriander seed that cost you RM5 for 10 seeds. Don't do that. Just buy the one that you are doing for cooking, the one that you buy from the cedok-cedok. So that one equally work fine. Okay, so just throw a lot and then you will get the yield. And don't put so much energy looking at the plant every day. Okay, this is also another thing that we need to know. They all needs time, just like human. Every plants have their own time. All right. So okay, myth and truth. This is a quick one. I would like to just go through with you. Okay, expensive. Okay, sorry, not expensive crop. Expensive seeds. Guarantees better success rate. Not necessarily, yeah. Because what is important is freshness. It's either you take something from your kitchen, just throw it to the soil, or you buy something that's not long on the shelf. That's why buying from the cheap stores like the RM2 shop is better because there are a lot of people buying. So the stock is always fresh. So that's the truth. All right. And the myth is also seeds must be dried first. No need. Just take from the fresh one and put it there. And then also fertigation is the solution for watering issue. Okay, this one I have evidence whereby not true. Because fertigation, although you have a system whereby you put in all the nipples into every pack of the what do you call this bags, but the thing is that it has tendency of blockage. So when the blockage happened, you couldn't see that the water did not run through. You only realize when the plant is already wilted. So be careful when you opt for fertigation. You always have to see. And also there's also probably in a different series, I can share with you why and what causes it to block and how to make sure that that did not happen. What are the alternatives or what are the workarounds? Okay. And maybe in a simpler way, I would suggest you to use direct soil or do hydroponic. These are better options to guarantee there's water supply, especially in the event of pandemics like this. We have events whereby we just suddenly nak masuk hospital. Keluar balik after 1 week, alamak semua pokok dah mati. So sad, right? So if you have things in hydroponic, should be no issue. Even on the soil itself, also no issue because there's always rain. But if you put them in a fertigation system, no water, it really couldn't find water. So sad, right? So this is another thing that's really fun. Quite a good one from people that I've met. So I don't need so much of fruits and vegetables. True. So this is what happened in actual case. These pictures are actual ones, yeah, not that something that I get from Google. So we have so much of crops that you saw just now as well. We actually exchange. Penang is a little bit lucky. We can just go because the community garden is just at the beach side. We just go to the nelayan. We exchange the sayur-sayur with the ikan. You see, with the seafood. So we get to go home with variety of fresh supplies of vegetables and also ikan, seafoods. So we can always share with neighbors, of course, also strangers. Okay, you can send your excess bayam. You don't want to hold it for so long, it becomes fibrous. So the moment you see it so much, you send it to the restaurants. It's okay. Potentially they can sell cheaper price lauk to the customer. So help this way. Okay, and worst come to worst, just return it to the nature because you can put it back to the compost and it's a very good nutrient source. It's a good accelerator and it's also some of it are also pest control. Okay, so seems like the slide is not responding. Okay. Okay, here I would like to share with you the value. Okay, you can make new friends. Okay, we can do more human connection and also, of course, okay, we can revive the human connection. And life is not always about money. And the act of spread the act of kindness is also something that we can revive as well. It seems like, oh my God. My slide is not responding. Mike, am I in trouble? Okay, so tips. Okay, whatever again. Try not. Okay, whatever. If you're newbie, maybe you want to be careful with this. anything that you can see actually needs more care. So if you plan to do this kind of crops, especially like tomatoes, brinjals, papaya, chili, which is famous, you need to have knowledge of how to control the pest, whether chemical or also non-chemical or organic. I guess that will be covered by Pasarkita talks in other sessions, or probably already covered. So just understand the concept. Anything that you can see, it needs more care. So if you don't want to care or you don't have time to care, you do the rhizome style. Uh, Another thing you must know is magic. The more you pluck the fruits, you are giving opportunity for it to give the nutrient to other fruits and also bear more fruits. And when you see flowers, don't keep it there. Cut it, decorate your house, because it also gives the opportunity for new flowers to come. And if you have herbs, also don't keep it. Don't wait for so long. You see it, harvest, because the more you harvest, the more it branches, the more you get. So it's magic. The more you harvest, the more it yields. This is really how nature works. Free. Okay. Okay, these are challenges. Okay, this is just an effort that I make, just challenge. I send out as many roses to many of my friends, aunties, families, friends across nation, and I got a lot of feedbacks after guiding them that they are now believing in themselves that they can grow roses. So if you want to try, let me know. So enjoy your flowers. Don't throw it away. It's not a waste. So as I mentioned, you want to cut it so you can always make it into potpourri. Okay, this is a real picture here, potpourri in the bowl. That those are my flowers. But this one is Oshibana and also Ikebana. And this is just the method how I want to really dry it. Probably I want to put it in the car. And actually, even your roses don't smell so good, right? After it dries, it really gives you the fragrance. Nature works in a funny way that you don't understand until you try. So if you don't have sun, this is just a special chapter. I guess I need to go very fast. If no sun, there is no other way to do it. You have to use your LED. Okay. But however, I have good news to share with you. I came from a lab that's doing LED back about 7 years ago, or probably 8. Okay. So the LED benefit as compared to the peer, which is the soil, is that you can see here, it has 3 times the vitamin C content as compared to the normal ones exposed by sunlight. So it's not a total loss for you. It's actually also an advantage. And it has longer freshness. It has 200% yield because it's a fast growth rate, and depends on how you want to use it. It can also be your interior decoration. So this is the research that I did in a company back in 2014. Okay, so I have data supporting. Maybe if you want to know more, you can PM me. Okay, so just a little bit of a knowledge of LED. So you can see here, this is a full spectrum light. If you look at the sunlight, you see it practically white or yellow. It's actually full spectrum, but in actual, what we need for the plant is only 2, which is red and also blue. All right. So red falls under the wavelength of 600 range, 600 to 700, and then blue falls under the range of 400-ish. Okay, so what is it meant for? The red color is actually for photosynthesis, whereby the blue color is for morphosis. Okay, let's just go this very quickly. Maybe in school, we always study about photosynthesis as in how you can grow, but we never focus on how to make it having more nutrient, the development inside the plant itself. So this is actually just a nutshell of what photosynthesis is and what morphogenesis is. Okay, it's a simple thing. So photosynthesis is about food for the plant, and morphogenesis is really about forming the structure of the plant. And this is also contributing back to the content of the nutrient. So what's the biggie? No, not much of a biggie, but important. So if you become a grower and you make more people become a grower, you can actually save the world. So you start recycling and then you gain out of it, and then you enjoy the output, and also you can reduce the landfill. Simple, but it's important. Do our part. And if you are already a player, let's do our part by helping others to discover their potential, add more meaning to their life. And these are the role players naturally. If you're a community member or just a new grower, a grower, we always have an open door. Embrace new things and try things. And failing is just a process. No worries, right? So happiness is when you start believing in yourself. So if you have the bandwidth to become a coordinator, that means you are able to provide platform and opportunity, just like Pasar Kita. Pasar Kita, I give you a big credit because you are giving us the platform to actually explore more and be in the right community and group, support group, and giving us opportunity for new knowledge every week. So this is a community coordinator. They give you a lot of awareness. So and be friender, as in like what I'm doing right now, I'm giving you encouragement. And trust me, this world works in such a way that the more you give is the more you get. So it's a therapy, as I mentioned. Okay, I see here. Um, it's across races. Is that the cool thing about growing? It has nothing to do with race, religion. You go beyond all sorts of paradigm. So it's really refreshing. So I see kids coming. Because of this pandemic, it's so boring staying at home. So they explore things. We allow them, let them enjoy harvesting, and then every day seeing things grow actually makes you feel good inside. You want to feel the relevance in life. Um, Give me 1 minute just to share with you a story. Just a few months back, not so a few months, maybe 2 months back, our Uncle Eng because our community garden in the Penang, is actually right at the beach side. So there's one event, there's one lady actually at the verge of committing suicide. At the very, very verge of committing suicide, and Mr. Eng caught a glimpse of her, almost committing suicide, and Mr. Eng ran towards her and called her and uh, call her to join and do planting. Talk to her and ask her to join planting. Now she is our active planter grower in the community, and she's a happy lady. So it's really something that you need. So you want to what do you call this? You want to try to whether this can actually help. If you have so much burden in your mind, try to divert or excuse towards gardening. I guess that is all from me. I pretty much utilized the whole time. Mike, can we do the Q&A a little bit?
Yeah, sure, Lisa. Oh, yeah,
Okay, let me just scroll and see if I can catch a
yes.
few questions that I can immediately jawab. Can cat poop be fertilizer? Good question. A total newbie in gardening. Iris Lim. Okay, can cat poop be fertilizer? Actually, any poops also can become fertilizer. But first, you have to have some process. Any poops, including your poops. If you're brave enough, you have to you have to dry it first, super dry. Okay, that is to kill the some of the bad elements. And if you are brave enough to endure the smell, you can do that. Uh, Two methods: either you dry it under sun, or also in kampung dia bakar lah, bakar they burn it with very api yang kuat. So yes, the answer is yes, but whether or not you want to go through the process. And if you don't want to, maybe we can try to find ways. Mike, maybe we can coordinate, find a place where we can get all the foods put there. Okay, for your information, one of our community garden, we actually take in cow dungs, tahi, lembu. And it's so cheap. About 10 liter cow dung tu cuma RM6 RM6. So what we do with the cow dungs is we put the cow dungs near the pokok pisang, near the banana tree, and then we put like lasagna. Sorry, I have to word the word lasagna. That's so that you can understand. Okay, the cow dung and then the dry leaf and then the cow dung and then the dry leaf. We let it stay there. It fertilizes the pokok pisang, and then at the same time, it transforms into soil, and all the gardeners or the growers can just take free soil from there. So no need to buy your soil from anywhere. So the soil is always there. So poops, by all means you can use it, but you have to be brave enough to process. Okay, let me check some other things. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oh, anchovies. Yes, anchovies. Correct. So this is molasses version of fertilizer. Actually, molasses is gula merah je. Semua benda you boleh letak gula merah. Gula merah ni macam dia accelerate je the bacteria punya process. So if you want to make it faster, you can always put your anchovies, kepala-kepala anchovies, ikan bilis. Okay, you buang kepala dia, right? Perut also you buang, right? So don't throw it away. Put it in a container. Put some sugar, red sugar, not the white sugar, and then put in water. Leave it for probably 2 weeks for it to ferment. That's the best time to use, and it's really a good fertilizer. Yes, Iris, that's correct. That's a good fertilizer. Caterpillar poops. Okay, as I mentioned, any poops is good. And the good thing about caterpillar poops, I do not know how you identify caterpillar poops. That's so amazing. Okay. Caterpillar poops probably don't have so much smell. If you get it, you are a very, very lucky person. Okay. A good one. Macam mana nak avoid belalang? Alamak, Dr. Hus. That's a tough question. If Pasarkita team, they will definitely put kelambu lah. Okay. For belalang. Another thing, a very simple one actually to not rocket science or so much things. Bicarbonate and also cengkeh is a very good pest repellent. It makes them not wanting to come. So you just bancuh bicarbonate and then try to spray around your pokok. Similar like what you do for folia baja. Sama je method dia. But be careful, bicarbonate has these grains. So you do not want your sprayer to stuck. So make sure you strain it properly or use the finest kain kasa, kain lampin or even kain tudung like this one, right? Now I'm being very multi-purpose. This one for you to tapis your bicarbonate so that you get very, very liquid, a complete liquid without any grains. Then only you put into your sprayer. Otherwise your sprayer spoil, you also become frustrated. Okay, I hope that answers you, host. And also for the most important one for buah-buah, be it what do you call this, brinjals, which is terung, tomato, melons, papaya, all these are open to susceptible to lalat buah. Okay, lalat buah, I know many people are so smart already. They can buy the lalat buah punya umpan dekat from Shopee. But the easiest one is just take your belacan. How cool is that? Okay, put your belacan inside a pet bottle Pepsi tu, and you make a lubang, put a belacan gantung inside and put it there and put some water. So the moment the flies attracted by the belacan, it will come inside and they cannot go out easily, they will fall down. So you will see accumulation of a lot of food flies there. So that's one workaround to help you from pesticides. Okay, let me check any other thing. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Okay, I'm actually I welcome theft. Oh, I wanted to answer you one question about theft. This is very critical actually. Preventing people or demotivating people because you put so much hope and then kena curi. Oh my God. But this is the question that I got from the management when I first requested for the land, and the question from Mr. Tay that time to me, Lisa, it's not that we don't want to give you the piece of corners anywhere. We are just scared that people will curi and then it becomes gaduh in the community. I said, no worries, Mr. Tay. I will plant more than they can curi. So that means, please curi, no problem. I will plant more because I cannot finish anyway. So the thing is that you curi because I don't know.
Scarce resources, yeah.
So many reasons. Yeah, sometimes it's not you are poor. Condominium folks are not are not poor people, but they sometimes entice, you're like, they are just itchy to take, but it's okay. Go on and take. I really encourage them to take. So I'm okay. I see it there. Tomorrow it's not there. So that means somebody take it. I feel happy because somebody's eating
Yeah,
it, enjoying it. So it's an achievement as well. So to me, it's no problem.
very
Okay.
true, very true.
Okay. Any other question? Or maybe Mike, any last question that you can pick from
Uh,
the crowd, from members of the floor?
we really have an exciting discussion today, Lisa. So a lot of
Okay, here I
engagement and a lot
see
of
one person
question.
talking
Yeah,
about kulit telur. Kulit telur is really good.
yeah.
Kulit telur is really good. Kulit telur actually a good prevention for snails, yeah. I think ramai juga yang ada problem dengan snails. You just tabur je kulit telur tu, it gives calcium to your soil and that
Mhm,
can be enjoyed by your plant. But at the same time, doesn't like to touch that kulit telur. So do it, do it. Of course, if you are nearby Starbucks, oh my God, I'm revealing the secret. Go to Starbucks, get the grounds. They are throwing a lot of grounds. So just ask them, they practically throw the grounds like every hour. It depends on the crowd that comes. So take the grounds and just throw it and you feel the coffee smell as you do gardening. It's a good it's a good aroma to be with. So yeah, coffee grounds from Starbucks or anywhere. Please do so. How to avoid cat pooping in my pot? I just put the fork. I just put the fork. Cannot come. Just put kena curi lah. Banyak sangat buah nangka satu pokok tu. Tak termakan. Satu nak makan tu pun sampai penuh perut gassy. So usually I don't mind people curi. Go on and curi. No problem by me. If you're happy, I'm happy too. Okay. Any other things? Or is it my network?
yeah, I think we lost you for a couple of seconds just now.
I see.
Okay, well, we had an exciting discussion today, and it's already 10 plus 8 past 12. So please do, if you have any question, please do send us a question. I think Lisa is going to stay here for a little longer to answer your question and to interact.
Sure, no problem.
Uh, I saw someone asked about how to avoid cat pooping. If you go to the 5 ringgit shop Daiso, right, they have spikes that we can put on the floor or on the soil. So it do provides a little bit of defense against all these cats and mouse, and also at my house the squirrel. The squirrel always come visiting my plants.
I know. And they smell bad too, actually, despite looking cute.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
we'll give.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
whether the question did actually pass through.
Mhm.
Mati pun boleh, cucuk aje. Just imagine cat is a haiwan, right? Kalau dah ada batang sati, macam mana dia nak datang? So do that.
Okay, we'll stay for another 5 minutes for the discussion. Okay, and then we'll wrap this up and release everyone to back to their weekend.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and for spending time together. And I hope with this, there will be more growers. Uh, if you need to PM me, please do so. No problem. I'm more than happy. I talk to strangers all the time. No issue.
Yeah. So okay. Before we wrap this session today, so everyone, if you find this topic interesting, please do follow us on YouTube or visit our Instagram. Click the subscribe button, and we will update you again with a new topic. And if you guys have any topics or any questions that you would love to have, feel free to drop down at the chat box or message us in Instagram. We will find the right person, okay, to help you to answer your question. Okay. If you love Lisa's topic, do let us know. We will bring her to YouTube again, and we are going to answer your question because Lisa still have a lot of experience to share with us.
Yeah, sure. I'm more than happy, and thank you so much to Pasarkita. I think you guys are cool. Really get great. You are making farmers from feeling really cool, and we are enticing more new generation. Uh, and also what do you call this? Opening the horizon. That farming is not only for certain group of people; it's for all. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Mike. Thank you so much,
Thank
Pasakita and the whole team.
yeah. Thank you, Lisa, for your time. And with that,
Thank you.
I have to wrap this session up. So, guys, please feel free to just leave your comment and do direct message us at our Instagram. We will reply to you after this session. Okay, so we'll wait for a few more minutes for the crowd to just drop their questions and comments. So we will end this session in another few more minutes. Alisa, there's a question for you. Where to buy dried cow
Mm-hmm.
dung, please?
The countdown is always wet. So you can PM me. I can get the answer from Uncle because I'm not the person who bought the countdown, but definitely you can buy it, but it's wet and smelly.
Yeah, I think the palm oil plantations, there are a lot of cow dungs over there.
Hmm.
But it's the treatment and like what you mentioned just now, you need a space to do your lasagna.
Yes.
I think that's the challenge, especially in urban areas.
It's not so bad one. If you cover it up with the dried leaves, we actually sapu all the leaves at the beach side and put it on top of the cow dung and make the lasagna. And we actually clean the beach side from the fallen leaves. So rajin.
Yeah, I mean this is actually a very good awareness for us to understand that okay, yeah, there are a lot of things that we can do apart from just going to shopping malls, right? So
True.
yeah, thanks for your sharing, Lisa, and thanks the member of the floor, thanks the audience. Thank you for your questions, and thank Lisa again for her sharing, her generous sharing on her experience and encouragement.